sweet Lord, we're back.
Oh my God, summer vacation's over.
Summer vacation is over. Mine was, rough.
Eventful?
Got to see, some things you don't want to see in a certain kind of institution.
Got a lot of character building moments.
Character building moments, and guess what? I get to go to another one, in a few months. But this one, it's the kind where you get to keep your shoelaces, so that should be okay.
How about belts?
I don't know about that yet.
Okay, fair enough.
How was your summer, Todd?
Not as eventful as yours. Just running around, working, trying to make ends meet. You know, doing some Shriner stuff here or there, doing parades, but mostly working.
One of the things that's in that little flip book thing that I posted on Mofo is just a bunch of random thoughts from that experience and from others as well. There's more. That's only part one.
I imagine you've got like enough stuff to fill up another version of War and Peace.
I'm thinking, yeah, definitely maybe a flip book coming to your stores or stores near you for Christmas might be a good stocking stuffer. But was the one where I did mention, like, for so many like homophobic guys, God, there's a lot of dicks drawn around here. They're everywhere.
I'm sure there's a lot of subtext to that, a lot of deep Freudian shit going on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that baffles me. It's like, why is that the first thing you decide to draw is just a gigantic dick?
It's making up for small ones, maybe?
I don't know. Well, you think it's time that we bring another character into the fold here? He's actually someone that I met, as we say, on the inside.
Yeah. Do we have to make him sign any releases or anything? Or does he have an agent we need to be aware of?
This guy probably not. I think he would probably work for like a couple of Bud Light Limes. And
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay then.
So this is a character that kind of hard to, well, let's just say I met him in a institution of sorts. We had some similar things to talk about, and I believe he's joining us right now. But he goes by the name of Redneck Romeo, and I think he should be on the line right now.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh my God, it's Redneck Romeo. How you doing, buddy?
There we go.
I'm doing all right.
So I did inform the audience that there's one thing that you agreed to do this, and it was on the condition that we don't make fun of your sparkle pants. Uh-oh, did we lose him?
He's probably conferring with his lawyer.
The sparkle pants, for those of you not familiar with them, are the rock revival jeans, the one with the... how would you describe them, Romeo?
Oh, they got the cross stitched in the back,
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they got the custom embroidery, bedazzled jewels on the back,
So you kind of see how much do they cost?
Oh, about $200.
So what kind of statement are you trying to make with pants like that?
Oh, a lot of blue collar guys wear them, and basically the statement is that you got money, but it seems that a lot of guys who've been wearing them lately are not blue collar, and they're just gay. So I think the statement of the pants has gotten lost in the culture a little bit.
So usually was it like girlfriends and wives buying those pants for their men?
See, that I guess I kind of get.
I mean, to be fair, I did have a lady at the buckle store where everybody buys them help me pick them out. So, I mean, I guess you could say that... I guess you could say that a lot of girls pick them out for their guys.
You sure look good in them jeans. And you were like, dang on.
I was going to say, if your regular geek likes them, you might as well wear them. It's kind of like cologne. If she likes Brute, you're wearing Brute.
Yeah, that's it. You know what they say. You may say you wear the pants in the relationship, but ultimately it's up to her.
Well, if you get panties hanging off your ear, then so be it. It's worth it.
That's kind of a
I
good
don't know.
segue into.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I'd walk around with panties hanging off my ear. I mean,
No, I'm not saying you walk around with them. I'm just saying that's the end result for the evening.
Okay.
oh yeah. That's always a good result.
All right. You've told me some stories about places where you were passed out, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were panties hanging on your ear, Redneck Romeo.
I've been to a few wild parties back in my day. So, I mean, yeah, there's been a few questionable places I've wound up.
Now, you're kind of we're gonna go ahead and say it. You're a ladies' man.
Some days better than others, but I do all right.
How's the mullet looking?
It's coming out pretty good. I'm actually about to go in and get it cut. Trim up the sides, put some power stripes in it.
Wow.
Maybe a little more party in the back.
Oh yeah. Last year I did frosted tips. You can never go wrong with the frosted tips and the shaved down sides. I was thinking about putting a Chevy bow tie in the side. For a little bit of that extra flair.
Like a Dale Earnhardt number 3 in the other side.
Oh yeah.
That's a serious statement right there.
The only
you
thing
want to try and explain to him. You remember the Battle of the Sexes, right?
Oh yeah.
We asked questions, right? Go ahead and kind of give them that's kind of how this got started, was calls that we couldn't air, but how the Battle of the Sexes works.
Yeah, the origin of Radio Mofo was we'd ask questions and then people would call in with answers. And the one incident that started it all was this gal called in with the story that was too hot for radio, but it was too good not to use. So what we did was other people would call in, we would play them the audio, then we would record them freaking out and then play that back. And and Mikey never throws anything away. He's like an old man with a jar full of old rusty nails he's going to use someday. So he saved all that audio, and we added to it over the years and went out and did some drunken recordings in downtown areas, getting people to tell us strange confessions, and that's where all this shit started. Now it turned into like some sort of little podcast with our worldwide audience of 10 listeners.
Yeah, shout out to South Africa, who's been on here again.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
We had England. I think we had Australia.
Do we know anybody that left the country just to escape the law, or besides me?
No, there's probably just people that look for random weird American shit to listen to.
Probably. So what I did was I'm looking at
weird American shit.
Yeah, if there's anybody that knows everything about weird American shit. Hey, how was your summer though, Romeo, by the way? Hello?
Did we lose him?
I don't
Nope,
know.
I'm here.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, let's just get to it. So what I've got is a collection of some of our best Battle of the Sexes questions. And now this would be traditionally, I think it was Tuesday night, was where ladies could ask guys questions. And we'd throw it out. Now we can throw it out on our Twitter account too. Like, what girl wants to know, why doesn't a guy like this? Why is he like that? Guy wants to know why his girlfriend won't let him do that weird thing. And we can answer them here. But I'm just going to go through some of the frequent topics that we get from women, and one of the questions. And Redneck Romeo, we're going to put them to you to see what you think.
All right.
All right. So the first one is, how kinky is too kinky?
Shit, I guess that depends on their own personal limits, but you got to stay away from my butt. That's the number one rule. No going in the back door of my sparkle jeans.
What are your thoughts on it?
That's fair. If you know what you like and don't like, that's a fair statement. Women are the same way.
You ever been with somebody that was too kinky? Either of you?
Uh, I had a girl who liked to push the boundaries, but not that I can recall. I mean, Mike stated it earlier. I'm kind of a ladies man, so I kind of just roll with the flow. If she says she likes that, then I guess we'll try that. But like you said, no going in the back door type deal.
You ever be really kinky, Springer?
No, I mean, I've had girlfriends before that they said they were into backdoor action, but, it never came up. Although, I take that back. That one time, the last one, I don't know what was going on. She was just really into it, just slamming away at me, and slipped loose and then slammed her pelvis right into my dick.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, and she was all set for some backdoor action. She jumped up to get some lube, and I'm like, no, we're done. I'm done.
The piston bent upon re-entry. We're done.
Yeah, it's not fun. So,
okay.
Now nothing too kinky. I mean, no hot wax, no golden showers, no hot Carls. Maybe the occasional Dutch oven, but that's not really about sex. That's just about being adolescent.
I mean, I know Romeo's into some weird shit. He's just afraid to get into it right now, but we'll work him up to it. Now, this one was one of my grossest ones, and it's just I got a thing about it. Now, a girl called wanting to know why guys are so into sucking on toes.
Oh man, that's an interesting topic right there. I've never got the obsession with feet. But a guy I used to work with was really into it, and I was like, what's the obsession? And he just never went into depth on why he was obsessed with toes.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, probably the most famous foot fetish is like Quentin Tarantino. If you go back and watch his movies, for some reason he lingers on certain women's feet a long time. And sucking on toes. I can think of a few other places that are more fun to suck on. But I don't know if the toe thing is just I remember doing it once for a girl, but we were like in a hot tub or something. But that was just a precursor to other things.
I mean, I guess I could see it if her feet are clean or whatever, and you're kind of kissing your way up to where your end goal is.
Yeah, you're taking the long way around the barn.
Yeah, well, the barn is the important thing. Is it's not that she just spent a long day and she just kicked off her barn boots.
Yeah, but smelling some barn boot feet is not on a list of things that turns me on. I tell you what, right there.
See, we just learned something about you right there. We're learning today.
Yeah, I know, like out in the porn world, there's some like foot stuff out there, and I just don't get it. I mean, playing footsie's one thing, but that's more about hiding shit under the table so people can't see getting frisky.
We could probably do an entire episode on this next one. And I kind of call bullshit on this because I think it works both ways. But it was, why are guys so into porn? I can answer it right now really simply and we could just end it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's there. I'm not going to disagree with that statement. I used to have an ex that get mad all the time because she was always working, and she'd find porn on my fucking internet browser history because I wouldn't hide it. But it's there. You're not here.
See,
it's just
you got to understand with Romeo and technology and clearing the browser history. This is the guy that when I mentioned 5G to thought that I was talking about $5,000 that I spent on like the undercoating on my new truck or my new chrome tips.
Yeah.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just found out what 5G was. I had to explain to my old man last night what streaming was, and I was like, listen, you just click the Roku stick on or your Fire Stick, and that's streaming right there.
And then he told you a story about when he got a Fire Stick once in the war from a prostitute. And
kind of still uncleared it out.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much.
So the thing is here, why are guys into porn? First, why? We'll answer the question, why are guys so into porn so much?
It's there. You cleared it up pretty good.
Now, I think case in point for me saying that it's there, you ever kind of like not been in the mood, but it's been there, and you're like, I don't know if I can make it happen to this, but I'm gonna freaking try anyway.
Remember that old Dave Chappelle bit, I think from first season? Like, what if the internet was like the mall? And, there's this running gag about there's always porn waiting to pop up, or like, hey, there's Ron Jeremy going to show you something, and Dave's like, I learned my entire technique from you. And after, but like anything is like, he goes into this one porn room, it's just like, oh God, he's just like, no, I'm done, I'm out. I cannot, what has been seen cannot be unseen.
I can see it. On the internet, you can search for what you like, for what you don't like, what you want to do, but maybe your girl won't do. There's just, there's certain aspects about it that are pretty nice.
Well, you got to be careful because, now they like to slip in tranny stuff, and if that's what you like, fine, but most people not so much. But then if your girl's looking through your history, and she comes across you looking at tranny porn that you rolled into by accident, that's just going to really fill her head full of weird questions.
Yeah, then you got some explaining to do. You can try and say that it's not yours, but, how do you explain that you accidentally wound up in there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain rabbit holes you go down and start going, all right, this seems like a good idea. And it's usually about 10 minutes, or for Romeo when he's all twacked out, about like 45 minutes or 4 hours into his sesh. You start to go, oh my God, what's wrong with me?
I do that daily. So, some of the shit I say is pretty out of pocket.
And the next thing you know, the NSA is watching your browser history.
I always told my girlfriend, if I ever die, just smash my phone. Just smash my phone, smash my computer, and call it a day.
Wow.
That's why I think, Todd, I don't know if our agreement still holds up to burn each other's possessions if one of us passes before the other, but it's probably not a bad idea we renew that.
Yeah. I try to keep things pretty discreet on my end.
All right, now, very quick one from the women. How long should I wait before I fart in front of my boyfriend?
Oh God, just get it out of the way.
Like first date?
Depends. Is it a fart or is it a queef? It's a big difference.
One means you're doing better than you thought, and the other means you probably should have fed her better. Or she wants to show dominance.
I don't know. We do. I go to Taco Bell a lot, so you're probably gonna wind up getting that. You're probably gonna wind up getting that first part out of the way right away.
So you're saying it's cool if she tries to like establish dominance when just fire one off right when she gets into your truck?
At least I don't have crank windows, so I guess we could compromise on that one, and I could let it fly. But if she tries to Dutch oven me, I don't think we're going that route.
At least not right away.
No, at least not right away.
Off topic. What's one thing you won't let a woman bring into your truck?
I won't let her. I've had a bad experience with milkshakes. I was riding down the road. My cousin was arguing with his girlfriend, and she slapped the milkshake right out of his hand in my truck. And
God.
It was just a pain in the ass to clean up. And you ever go to a taco place after bar time, and you forget that the tacos are on the dash of your truck. You take a corner too sharp, and then the tacos line up everywhere. I've had a bad experience with tacos after bar close too. So I guess my two top things would be milkshakes and tacos.
So we should work on coming up with a sponsor with that. Make some kind of a taco holder for your pickup trucks.
The new Chevy Silverados, if you push where the sunglass holder is up on top of the trucks, you can put tacos in there.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good holder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But,
know if shooting for Chevy is something that we should try, but I mean they're on strike right now. Maybe they need a voice of the people in Redneck Romeo.
I mean, I'm all for trying to help GM out. I never understood those guys are getting paid pretty decent money, but they work a lot of long hours in a hot, miserable factory. So I guess I can see where they're on strike, want more money, especially with inflation going on. But
Okay, speaking of working long hours in a hot, miserable family, how important is foreplay?
Depends how much time you got.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with that one either.
As Todd can tell you, I'm the king of segues.
I mean, I'd say it's pretty important depending on how much time you got, where you're at. I mean, if you're trying to have just a quickie in the car, I guess, foreplay is kind of out of the question on that one. But, most of the time you got to work up to where you're shooting for,
Now,
yeah, I try to encourage a lot of my customers to make sure that they make time for mommy daddy time. It's like if you gotta just ditch the kids, drive out to a cornfield for about 15-20 minutes, make sure you both get your cookie and then go home. It ain't gonna be romantic, it ain't gonna be glorious, but it's better afterwards.
I've been on both ends of that sword. I've had my fair share of cornfield quickies, but
that's what people don't get is, like sex is medicinal, it's healthy, it's
a good
get along,
reliever,
It takes the edge off.
It's free fun for broke people.
Yeah, it's a good stress reliever too. I mean, you got a headache, just bust one out.
That's the problem. If she's always got a headache, then you're doing something wrong. That's where that foreplay shit comes back in. It's like, let's start with a back rub. How about a foot massage? How about a front massage?
How about you're pregnant and now we're divorced and now I have half your stuff?
That's where you gotta work things.
Sometimes you just got to take that chance.
Have you lost a lot of pickups this way?
No, not pickups, but I've lost a lot of sweatshirts and blankets and shit that's just annoying to have to go out and rebuy.
Something that I realized not that long ago, and I realized it while I was with a girl, and I said it out loud, was I don't remember the last time I bought a pair of underwear for myself. And she did not appreciate that at all.
Wow. Really?
What am I supposed to be sitting here looking at a pair of underwear some girl bought for you? I'm like, I don't know. I just can't say can't not say what I'm thinking.
Oh, jeez.
Should it ever happen again, ladies, sex with me is going to be wild because I tend to just whatever. Hey, look at that over there. Or, wow.
Squirrel!
Hey, can you change the channel?
Yeah, this is a good Netflix series, but can you skip to the next episode?
Yeah, I snuck ahead and skipped an episode while you were at work.
Oh, they hate it when you do that. That's like a top pet peeve for women. You'd be watching a show together and get into it, and you want to watch it, but you don't want her to come home and yell at you for watching it because you were supposed to watch together.
Ooh.
Well, that's why you define your own shows that that she will absolutely hate, and then you just watch them on your own.
That's when I put on Motor Trend or Horsepower TV or something, and I'm good for the day.
I was going to guess Motor Mondays on Discovery, where it's just all street racing all day.
Oh, yeah, that Street Outlaws action.
I'm guessing Skid Mark Monday got shot down.
I would assume so, Mike. I don't think I'd watch that one.
That's that might be one of those weird rabbit hole porn things.
Yeah,
I think
German
that would
Scheisse videos.
Oh, why do you always go there?
I think that would be honest.
I know
that's an honest crapshoot for Discovery, though. I mean,
literal. Now, yeah, why can't we have one episode where Todd doesn't mention Scheisse videos?
No, don't drag me into this.
All right, next question. Do you want to know how many guys a girl has been with?
I think
Think
every
carefully.
girl. I think every girl should come with, like, a Horfax. Like how many people have been
She's
here.
nuts.
Show me the coochie facts. How many people have been here? Who's been here? I'd like to know. I mean, if you were fucking with some dirty scrub for a while, like, I don't know if I want to stick my thing in that all the time, or like that kind of gives me kind of an idea on your choice on men, coming into the relationship.
I guess it depends where you're picking up those chicks.
I don't know. I picked up some chicks from some questionable places.
Yeah, I mean that right there is a red flag.
Yeah, Friends in Questionable Places would have been Redneck Romeo's alternative version to Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, but it would have been sponsored by Busch Light with more flashy lights,
Yeah, maybe maybe we could get Busch Light on board with this. I
I
kind of
almost
doubt it
had-
after the damn Shisa porn comment, but
I almost had Twisted Tea on deck, for a truck sponsor. I mean, I'd be down for some Busch Latte for a sponsor.
if we could quit mentioning Shisa porn all the time,
Yeah.
all that Shisa porn.
I like to point out who keeps bringing it up. That'd be you.
It's like Norm Macdonald in Dirty Work going, look at all these dead hookers and these. All right, one more question for Redneck Romeos. We got to wrap up here pretty quick. All right, this one's deep. Why are guys so into girl-on-girl action?
Because 2 is better than 1.
Plus, it's highly educational.
Yeah.
think he said exactly what we responded with the first time, word for word.
I mean, why have 1 when you can have 2? Plus, it keeps her entertained while you're doing your thing.
That's true. But now, here's the question. What do you do when she wants to bring in another dude?
That's where you set very particular guidelines.
Yeah,
Is it fair, though?
I mean, I would say it's fair. I mean, I wouldn't be a fan of it, but I would say it's fair. There's got to be particular boundaries for that one, though. I mean, socks on, no eye contact. I mean,
No eye contact for sure.
No
I mean,
crossing of swords.
yeah. Where are we keeping our eye contact? Is it going to be on the ceiling? The floor next to you?
What happens
mean-
the first time you bump a foot with an? I can't even when you're walking down the hall and you brush hands with another guy and you're like, ah. I don't know if I should fight you or finish shaking your hand.
I mean, yeah, that's one of them things where that could cause some awkwardness.
When you
yeah.
finish, do you high five or punch each other out? I'm not sure.
I would prefer to yell "Go team," but that's just me.
Thunder buddies for life.
Oh, God.
I had a chick who was into that shit who she liked bringing girls into the relationship. I mean, it was fun for a while, but then she started talking about, well, why don't we bring another guy into the mix? And I had to do some long thinking about that one.
Where do you do your best thinking for these situations?
I always do my best thinking when I take a hot shower and I have a nice cold shower beer. That's usually the best place to do your thinking.
A shower beer caddy really does seem like a good idea.
I mean, we could possibly do something with that. That's actually not a bad idea. You get a shower beer holster, so instead of only having 1 beer on your shower shelf, you could hang it off your shower rod and have 6 in there.
Kind of like the thing you wear across your chest, the bandolier of shower beers.
The trick is keeping them all cold, unless you like them warm.
Well, that's usually why, you try to put them on ice and then you let them, and you keep a couple of fresh ones out of the fridge. Your first 2 are, pretty cold, and then as the shower goes on, the hot water and steam starts to thaw out the rest of them, so you're not drinking a beer slushie.
Yeah, beer slushy.
Oh, good. Well, Redneck Romeo, it has been a pleasure. You got any other real quick dating tips for those people that are just finishing up with a summer vacation?
I would say don't do anything I wouldn't do, and don't do anything that'll put you in jail. Oh, and consent is a thing, so keep that in mind.
Yay, doggies.
Ye doggy.